Hello ladies and gentlemen, Rapid Chess here. Today I want to show you a game between Nepomniachtchi and young Duda. Yesterday two games had decisive result between these guys, and Caruana won against Firuza with black, and that didn't change a lot in the standings as they both, Fabi and Nepo, are leading. And I think these both players will probably, one of them will win this tournament. Some people say that Fabi is playing better than Nepo. Well, I could agree. Nepo was a bit lucky against Nakamura, and in their mutual game between Fabi and Nepo also managed to draw where he was much worse actually. So no other opponent has joined them. I think only Rapport is on 50%, and he's playing the next round against Nepo with white. And if he doesn't win, I don't think that anything can change until the last round. So let's see this game. Nepo made a surprise. He played knight f3, the ready. Normally he plays e4, but he prefers not to play a lot of d4s. I think he either plays c4 or knight f3, or he just plays e4 openings. d5, I think the most principled variation. Yeah, you can try a bit sneaky with knight f6 or c5, but c5 can transpose to Sicilian, and but I doubt that Nepo would go. If he wanted to play Sicilian, he would try the c4. g3, bishop g4, h3, and d4. So white could play d3, but it's very popular on different levels, like reversed King's Indian defense. But I think Ian wanted to have more solid position, take less risks. And for black, this position is considered to be very solid, very good, because this light square bishop is not on c8. It's not trapped. You can trade it, and it gives black very comfortable position. So black is just not worse here. c6 and knight e5. So this is the first surprise where young Krzysztof thought for 20 minutes. I personally wouldn't play like this. It's definitely Ian's home prep. I don't recommend playing this unless, not unless, but if black has knight on d7, like in this case, because it kind of gives black, I think, more options than for white, and white cannot reinforce as well here. But a bit surprising for me, Duda took and played knight to e4. The problem is that black is a little bit underdeveloped. They spend a lot of tempi on these exchanges, and now white tries to push black with their development advantage. Knight d2, another nice move. Not sure that black had to take it, but now we see that white already castled. Black spent a lot of tempi for all these exchanges, and again this double pawn is actually good for white, because it gives white some attacking possibilities. Rook c1, attacking the bishop, and he saw it, and king h2. So white suggests that they will attack this bishop here. There is small threat that it can be trapped, or somewhere on h7, and so in order to do that you need to remove your king from this pin. Yeah, it's like an absolute pin on f2. Castles, g4, f4, very straightforward play by Ian. Now f5 is a threat. And he played h6. I wouldn't play this. I like more this f5 move. I think it gives black a little bit more room, but according to engine, h6 is the best move, so I can't really criticize it. But as a matter of practice, yeah, I think f5, that's what I choose to play. But h6 is the best move. Queen to e1 played by Nepo. He has a luxury of making a random move, as MVL would say it. Yeah, I think a lot of options here. f5, queen a4, but he just slowly builds up on the king side. Bishop to h7 in order to avoid this f5 with tempi. h4, g5. Not apparent, but just white has to understand that they cannot move f5 because they lose this pawn. So they start with g5 and creating a threat of taking. And in this position, the move which probably costed Duda the game was captures. Yeah, then initiative is in white's hands. Somehow this pawn is untouchable, yeah, because if black plays this move, actually this exchange and for the rook to g8, for instance, yeah, it gives black a good position, yeah, and somehow according to engine they cannot use this diagonal, yeah, the king is safe. But opening up the game was a bit small mistake for Duda here. Bishop b4. Another problem is that this queen here is overworked. Yeah, you cannot really move it because it needs to protect the bishop on c5. So Duda decides to exchange it. f5. So according to engine, the evaluation is +2 already, and black's position is passive. This bishop is trapped. G6 is a threat, and yeah, you cannot play G6 here, yeah, because then your bishop is like a very ugly piece then, and white just keeps attacking. Takes e6 after not a very long thing, which is the best, not the best move, but the best move according to engine is rook c3, aiming to this h3. But as Grandmaster showed, this is typical engine move where you can spot a cheater, yeah, because human-wise it doesn't do anything. Yeah, you cannot move it here, and you can move the queen, and it's just too slow, yeah. But for engine it's okay, it's like totally winning. So he played e6 and g6. Some commentators said that you can in this position Duda must have played queen to e5 with queen's exchange, but black has couple of pawns. This pawn will fall. Definitely white has some initiative in the endgame, but they're not losing straight away. But in this position where white has attack against the king, they have extra piece, it's more it just works more when you have a queens on board than in the endgame. So he took here, small tactic. If you capture here, then it's queen g7 mate. Duda gave check and took the pawn. Yeah, unfortunately black also misses coordination. They can't rook to d8 was the best move according to engine, but still it's just not enough. He took the pawn, rook to f7, and now I think one of the ideas is to play rook to g5. check, defended with the pawn, and d4. Really hard to defend, yeah, because white is all over black. Yeah, for instance, if you take here, then this nice rook move wins. Yeah, just it's rook is not hanging, because then you lose to this checkmate on h7. So what happened later? d4, rook g5, queen to f2, threatening this pawn, and in some variations rook f8. And after rook g4, black resigned. If we play something like this, then just takes the pawn, and king is too vulnerable to this attack, and nothing really going on against white's king. So nice win by Nepo, and next round he plays against Richard Report. Alright, thank you for watching, and see you next time.